If you would like me to coach some of your gameplay, whether it be good or bad or whatever, don't feel ashamed of like, oh man, my gameplay is too bad. No, that's the people I'm trying to help, man. That's the people I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help the people that may not know what to do in different situations and all that kind of stuff. You just hit up the Discord and then you come into community night and you link your footage here like Toast and Garlic God did. All right, this is GB. Positive feedback only, please. Thank you. Sure. Oh my god, I don't know if I can watch this anymore. Jesus Christ. Jeep, what were you thinking, bro? Oh. Not bad dynamite from your friend. This is one of the best places to chuck shit. You have height advantage. They can't hit you while you're priming. And yeah, you can pretty much hit all this with whatever that throw trait is. I don't remember. Pitcher. No matter what you have. Very, very strong move. Good hit. Ooh, I've shot that shot many times. Always feels bad when it doesn't hit.
This wall.
Good kill. Goes for the heal.
What? What the fuck?
All right. I can 100% tell you, if this is the last guy from this team and you're a two-man, I take that elevator all day with your boy and just rush him. That's what I would do. It confirms the kill. It confirms everything. Unless he has like a Crowning King. If you know this guy has a Crowning King, you know, slugs or like an Optimat, maybe we stay back a little bit. But if he doesn't have that shit, just hop on that elevator and run down there. Yeah, he's got a Lamont. Yeah, I mean that'll.
This fucking guy doesn't let me get my fucking high velocity ammo. Fucking damage. Yeah.
When we played shooting range, Cal was playing that spot. I mean, it's a good spot.
I'll go back to you.
Ooh. A lot of people on scan. Yeah. We got a big fight ahead of us. I would recommend not hitting Concertina when you don't have to.
What the fuck? There is a solo on the north wall, and then like 5 people
sure thing, but
southwest.
Also, Jeep, probably a good idea not to hit your own traps. Yeah, it's probably a pretty good idea.
Okay. Coming?
Nice! I like this play. Fuck him up. Nice hit. Nice kill. The double peek.
I was like, I killed him with a penis shot, but attacked him.
Not bad, not bad.
There is just 3. 2 on the wall here, and 1 on the wall north.
Okay, Jeep, that's fair. That's fair, man. That's fair. That slow peek is super dangerous. Generally speaking, I don't know exactly what everyone's shooting here. Generally speaking, though, I would not peek like that ever up here. So that's fine. This right here, this is dangerous. This is a gamble that your opponents, 1, aren't going to hit their shot, and 2, that, like, you're up against players that have a hard time hitting, like, very slow targets. Because, like, that is just dangerous. That is, like, 100... I shouldn't say 100% of the time, but most of the time when I see this is how people die here. This is generally how I see people die. Where, like, someone peeks an angle, and someone already has them in their, like, scope or whatever you want to say, and they keep peeking. You see what I'm saying? And you ended up getting hit. The chance it wasn't your head, that helped a little bit there. But that peek is dangerous. After this shot, that's a good shot. After that shot, I probably rotate to like over here and try to peek on this side of the building or this side of the this angle down below, because you could still probably see these guys over here on this side. It gives it a sharper angle for them to hit you, and you can peek it faster because it's not in front of you, right? To where you have to like run up, show yourself, and then aim. You can like do one of those light shoulder peeks on the side to them down there. So I don't know where the last guy is, I'll be honest. Let's see if you scan. But there's 2 on that wall. So I would like to see this unless the other guy is like way across. If the other guy is like over on this side of the hill, then peeking up here is super dangerous. I wouldn't recommend what I did recommend, just from what I know. That's good.
Yeah, something incendiary.
I should have died? Yeah, okay. I gotta see that scan.
Yeah, something incendiary.
So there is someone up on this top left. That peak would be pretty dangerous if this guy's been there the whole time. I also, if this is what you see, chat, what guy do you start shooting at first? If this is what you see, it doesn't matter teams. If this is what you see, if you want to play aggressive, you want to shoot someone, who you picking? Who you picking? This guy will be number 1. This will be number 2. This will be number 3. This will be number 4. Which blurb you picking? Shoot self first. Wow, a lot of 4s. A lot of 4s. I pick this one. 4 isn't a bad option, but I pick this one because of the angles. So if I peek over on this right side, right? If I peek over on this right side, there's a chance these 2 see me, kind of like what has been shown.
Welcome home, good
But
hunter.
if I peek on the far left
Welcome
over
home,
here,
good Sir George.
let's see if he shows
Bless
it.
Papa Call, forgive me for speaking without being subbed.
Oh, you're good, George. I appreciate it. Thank you for keeping the dream alive. Let's see, he peeks this far right. This is a good angle. This is a fine angle because the chance the other guy can see you is pretty low. He would have to see you through this cannon here, right? With his position. He's probably not looking anyways. So it's still probably okay. But I think the best option when you see that would be the far left just because of the angles. Let's see if we can show this.
On the wall north.
Just show. Okay. So he does kind of show that angle
North.
for a split second. No. I don't know if there's a better time where he shows that angle. But you can block off everything and just see that left side from the top of the roof if you stand kind of back here where I'm moving my mouse, like a little behind me if you're looking. And so it makes it to where, for sure, the only one that can see you is that far left guy. So I pick number 1. I pick number 1. Number 4 I think is the second best option, but I don't think it's as clean as the guy on the far left. See how like both people are getting shots here? Let's see for the re-peek. I'll go here because you can see more. Okay. So if he's on the other side of the cannon, it makes it to where he can't see him. But if this guy, because on vision, this guy's kind of over here, right? This guy's kind of like right here. And right here can definitely see that side of the cannon when he goes back. So like when he goes back a little ways, heals
Welcome
up.
home,
He's
good
going to go to
hunter.
this side of the cannon.
Welcome
Where
home.
I pointed to earlier. See,
Enjoy
that's
Florida,
where he
dude.
is. That guy can see here, right? Like that guy can see this on his angle. So once again, I don't think it's the worst option. I think you're decently safe. He's probably 99% of the time not hitting your head here. So I think you're fine, especially if you don't mind getting tagged. But the other option, when you see that, just because of the angles up here, when he does that scan, the one on the left is isolated. The one on the far left is isolated.
Yeah, something incendiary.
That guy is isolated. This guy, and this guy 100% cannot see you shoot at that person. So if both of you, you and your teammate, both peek this guy, it's a 2v1. 100%. 100% they can't see you if you're on that left side. So I think that's a stronger kill. Stronger chance of success, less risky. None of those are headshot. Confirmed his head is up his butt. Here's the thing, Skelly. Here's the thing. We're playing Hunt Showdown. The reason why I said 99% is because the chance the bullet fucking flies through that cannon, doesn't it like pins everything, pins the fucking world, and nails him in his head, is not 0%. Like, this is HUD Showdown, and I've seen crazy shit happen. I've seen people die. I've seen bullets go through 2 people's heads that aren't even supposed to pin 1 person's heads. His Spitzer Lamont. Yeah. I've seen shot bolts do 0 damage to people they hit. I've seen a lot of stuff in this game, and I'm just telling you that the chance that his bullet goes through that cannon and kills him is not 0 in this game. Walzer's suggestion, yeah.
Like the red shirt again.
And he could have a wind field. It don't matter. Like, the chance that bullet goes through is higher than 0%.
Oh, there's 2 now on northeast and 2.
Oh, they peek it. Look, this is the exact angle I'm talking about. So if they can go a little bit over here, like, they peek this angle. This is what they should have done to start with. This is the better angle, in my opinion. This is the guy to start with. Nog. Yo, what up, Kibakita? It's good to see you. Our family is doing okay. These guys are peeking on the right, so I'm fine with taking shots on the people on the right if the people on the left aren't peeking. But I think you should check the left first in this specific case. See, these guys are up close, all that kind of stuff, and when you scanned, you saw that they weren't around. This is kind of risky and timed way too long, but hard to know the timing.
Like the sand.
Nice kill.
Nice. Show. Yeah.
Do you have another choke here? If you have another choke, nice kill.
Good job,
nice job, nice job.
Okay.
Was that your first choke? Do you have another one? Yeah, you have another one. So an option here.
Either inside.
Whoops. Went ahead. These are nice shots. These are nice shots. And there's 2 options is what I was going to throw out. And I think both are valid because you have a teammate. If you didn't have a teammate, what you did is basically the only option. But after you kill this guy, we know the last guy is behind this box. You have a teammate and you have 1 more choke. You can definitely get a choke around that box to where it makes him move, or he's choking the entire time. And I think that does put you in a higher chance to succeed unless you're solo. If you're solo, it's a huge risk because while you're throwing it, he could pop up and shoot you in the head, right? This, if he pops up and shoots you in the head while you're throwing it, your teammate can just res you instantly, boom, you're back into the game, and he's choking or wherever he went, right? He had to move somewhere. So I think, like, he ends up peeking, which is awesome, but he could have never peeked and you would have just been sitting here for a while. And I think the choke play is a very proactive play. It keeps the game moving because you're relying on this guy to do something after you killed that first guy, right?
Nice.
You're relying on him to do something for you to continue this fight, right? You're just sitting there waiting. Like, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Okay, he peeks, right? And it's not bad to play that way. Like, and a lot of times it's fine. But I don't think it's optimal. I don't think it's optimal in the sense of, like, staying proactive.
Nice. Good job, Jeebers.
I don't know how many people in chat have ever faced a really aggressive team, right? Like a hyper aggressive team. And you're like, I stood no freaking chance. It's because they don't second guess those opportunities, right? Like whenever they can apply pressure to you and make you feel like, oh my God, like if that guy's choking behind that box, has to run out of that box to not be choking, his aim's fucked up, he's going to be sweating, right? In his head, he's like, dude, this is a bad situation. Like you're pressing him, you're pressing him, you're pressing him. And that feeling of being pressed in this game kills you a lot because you'll miss your shot. You'll overthink a situation. You'll panic. You'll blah, 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 blah. And there's really, really aggressive teams out there that will 100% take those opportunities to keep applying pressure no matter what. And they get more kills because of it. In that case, though, it equaled the same amount of kills.
One outside of the wall, and one is either inside here. Yep. Yeah, okay. Fanning, dude.
Okay. Dude just got plowed over. Not much to say about that one. All right, we got shotgun. Oh, is he going down? He's going down. I like this play.
Can we burn this one somehow?
Oh, his friend wants a burn.
Oh, he was going the same shit we played last game, but with different pistol. He's opening the gate. I cannot shoot him.
I brought my PC to Florida yet, but I did not bring my screens to Florida.
Any lanterns? Okay, you can kill.
Goes for the burn.
Upstairs.
Good pressure. Obviously, if he burned him right away, that's more pressure, but I don't think he really knew he had the burn or he was checking for it. And then on top of it, it seemed like Jeeb wanted to push the guy. And that's really good pressure. It just Kej wanted to go for the slow burn, it looked like. It's still pressure. It still moves the game forward. Hey, what up, MC? It's great to see you. Do you remember Xvina? I mean, I remember a lot of names, but it's hard for me to put names to. Damn. Dude, what? I'm kind of confused. Is that a solo that res? Did he climb? How did that person get up there? Came around, went up. Okay, he might have went up that ladder and then up. If this is the same dude. I don't know if this is the same dude. I gave him enough time, I guess.
On the wall, on the wall, no? Oh, they rest. He was with the Santa.
I was gonna say, I don't know where that guy came from, but... So something I'm definitely not seeing here, and like it depends on situations, but having the dark vision to be able to see where people are at, how many people are up, you know, all that kind of stuff is extremely critical to have, right? And when you killed this person up top, it's a pretty safe loot. Or not you, but when your buddy killed the person up top.
Of the wall, and one is either inside here. Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
I would say automatically loot this. I would say in general, you should automatically loot this as soon as you see this side is clear.
Fanning, dude.
Right there. As soon as you see this, I would start going for loot. If your buddy dies out here, the loot is still fine unless the person's up on the platform. Oh, you do go for the loot. What am I talking about?
Big fanning moment.
And that's how you get the vision.
I'm not sure if he's a solo or not.
So you do loot there, which is awesome. That's exactly what you should do in that circumstance. When you scanned, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Never mind. Like that's great. I didn't remember seeing a lot of loots out of you for the amount of people that died. I was like, he has 0 seconds.
One is
but
either inside here.
So this guy gets rezzed. Who gets? Because when you scan, this person dies. We only see one person on scan, right? Does he go the full 360?
Big fanning moment.
Yeah, you do loot him. That's correct.
I'm not sure if he is.
So yeah, I'm so confused. How is this person's with the 2 you killed up here? Is that what we're saying? And in that amount of time, he ran over, rezzed these guys, and got up top. Let's see. Is this where you kill these guys? See, there's 2 up here and there's 1 over there. Close enough for Necro. He could. The only thing I'm trying to think timing here. I'm trying to figure out exactly. I'm trying to figure out because he says he's with the Santa Claus.
Like the Santa. Nice. Good job.
So this guy and this guy are obviously on the same team.
And yeah.
Santa ends up dying.
Nice.
So those two are dead, and this person's with Santa.
Good job, Jeebers.
Like the person up top is not with
Okay.
Santa. Someone
Two
else.
people. One outside of the wall, and one is either inside here. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Like this is just a solo or something. I don't know what that
Panning,
is.
dude.
It's just very strange that this
It's a big
guy
panning
belongs.
moment.
Because for anyone who
Not
doesn't
sure if
know,
he has
this is
solo
the
or not.
amount of time I'm talking about. Jeeb comes over here. Then he says, "You got to burn."
Can we burn this one somehow?
Yeah. And then he goes, "Oh, I got to burn."
Oh, he was going the same shit we played last game, but with different pistol.
And at this point, he's
opening
been
the
rotating
gates.
this
I
way.
cannot shoot him.
See, he's still there. And then we're going to see him up here, right? At this point, there's no way he could have necro-resed. There's zero chance he necro-resed the guys on the walls up to this point. So this is when the timer starts. Right? Climbs up.
Okay, lanterns.
Burns.
Okay, you can kill, burn the one upstairs.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of time here. What's crazy too is I never heard anyone take the escalator there. So like I'm guessing the person ran over, came up top, and then necroed. See, in that amount of time, there's been a res and he got top floor. And I'm just confused about...
On the wall.
I can definitely say that when you did this, it kind of fucked you, right? Now, you don't know who's on whose team and all that jazz, but I don't think I would ever place the fire to where it makes it to where I can't walk across the top, because you always want top advantage. Where are you throwing the fire? That's low. Okay.
Upstairs.
Like when you throw this, I would probably throw it to the side because you still burn them, but you can still like jump over here. With that fire, you're not going to be able to jump across without lighting yourself on fire. No matter the situation, it is always better here to not block your top floor entrance, because you always want to have control over the top in Fort Karmic. You can lose control of it and still win the fight, but it is a lot easier to win the fight and to be proactive from the top. So I would say in general, it doesn't matter who's on whose team or anything like that. What I would have done is I wouldn't have even burnt this person yet. I would have came over and just pushed this guy, like aped him at this point.
I'm not sure if he has solo or not.
Let's see. I probably would have started aping here until your friend says, let's burn him.
Can we burn this one somehow?
Like when he says that, I think your plan was semi to go for the ape. But when he says to burn, I feel like
he was going the same shit we played last.
I feel like you spend a lot of time down here just kind of dilly-dallying. And I know
Yeah,
you're
but with
probably
different
trying to
pistol.
figure out if you can get a shot. You know, you're trying to figure out exactly where he is.
He's opening the gates. I cannot.
But you can just
shoot
see
him.
that there's a ton of time where there's not a ton going on. And you're, as far as we know, you're the only one with the burn. So if you think this person belongs to this person, I would burn him. If you think the other people across the wall belong to the person, considering you have a burn, and you've had a burn for a long time, I probably would have burnt this guy, the white shirt. Good peek. I like this peek. It's a strong peek. Okay. So you're gonna kill the white shirt here. And then the Santa Claus is going to hide behind there. I was saying the choke earlier, but I didn't really
Act Santa.
see your utility. Something there would have been
Oh, I'm
nice.
empty.
And yeah, you have a burn. You have a burn and a choke. I probably, like I was saying to throw the choke at the one, I'd probably go for the burn or choke. It's a decent plan. I like your plan with the choke. But you kill this guy. Hurt.
Like the Santa. Nice.
And then this guy
Choke.
just kind of sits back there. If I know that I have a burn, I almost always try to burn people right away, whether it be with Fusey, whatever. I almost always try to burn. I didn't realize you had a burn until later when he asked for the burn and you have one. I'm like, oh, he didn't loot it. He's had that burn for a while. So if I would have known I had a burn here, I probably would have burned. If I didn't know I had a burn, I would have choked that corner. But I would have burnt this guy just to move this guy out, put pressure on. Makes it hard for him, because this guy could be necro-resing this guy, right? Generally speaking here. And this guy getting up on fire after dying and stuff is a lot better than him getting up and just being able to get behind that wall quickly. You know what I mean? So like, in my head, I was thinking choke this guy to make sure that if he's going for necro res, he doesn't just get a free necro res, right? Like
Yeah.
generally speaking, like you want to keep the pressure on, but you end up killing that guy anyways, right? Like I was saying. So like it works out in the end, but I would have done something with my consumables there to apply more pressure to that team.
Nice. Good job, Jeepers.
But that aside, when you do end up using the burn on this person up here, I definitely wouldn't have blocked my top
Okay, you can do burn the one upstairs.
whole top section. I would probably throw it more to the right with what you ended up doing. It does allow for some reses. Also, you give up here, unless I'm 100% sure no one's in the buildings at all, right? I still go top advantage, right? I still go roof advantage. So even if I block myself off here, I would go, after you reload, I'd go out here and I'd go on that ladder and climb up on roof just to make sure that I have height advantage. And nobody has height advantage on my team, because that can turn out really badly. We do know someone's across the way now. You know what I'm saying? Like with we've seen the future. So we know that. But even without knowing that, I still would take it to where I can get on top to look over and see them down below. Because the last time you saw this person was running on the first floor, right? So I would have attempted to still maintain that top platform, because you get a ton of angles and you get to choose when you get a fight and all that kind of stuff. So no matter what, always try to maintain height advantage. But in the future, I'll look more at the utility, because I know the utility I normally play with. And so that's kind of what I think the utility is whenever I get into like, what would I do in this case? And we obviously have different utility. And so it's like, oh, should throw this, should do this. But anyhow, person starts fanning you or whatever. You find out he's up there, you point him out.
On the wall, no?
What's his second weapon? Spitfire with high velocity.
Hey, rest! He was with the Santa!
And then Terminus. Levering. So they find out he's with the Santa. They rezzed. I would have liked to see more aggression out of this once again. Like, so you're on second floor. What do you think I'm going to say when you're on second floor and there's someone above you? You should what? What should you do in this case? In general, would I like you to go up or would I like you to go down? Go first floor. Fuck their sister? That's damn right, King. We want to fuck their sister. And it just turns out their sister's on the top floor. Just turns out their sister's on the top floor. Can you imagine? So I don't know how much you know about this compound, G, but there is a ladder over here, and with shotgun, I 100% take that ladder. Like, I'll check that angle to make sure Santa isn't peeking me or something, but I'd take that ladder. If I hear her coming over to pressure the ladder, I'll play like footsie on the ladder with the shotgun against Fanning. And then if she's really, really adamant about it, I just go on second floor over to the elevator and take the elevator to the third floor and then start pressuring her from over there. So those two options to get to the third floor and pressure her off the first or third floor and gain height advantage again is what I think is a bigger problem for you, is losing height advantage. And she can shoot anyone all around, even while you're shooting at their teammates and stuff, unless you're in the building that she's on. So I would highly recommend getting height control back again here. But you decide to go to first floor. Bold statement.
On the wall,
saying I don't want to fuck their sister is a very bold statement.
Oh, they rest. He was with the Santa.
This angle's trashed. I don't like that angle at all. I peek that angle if I absolutely have to. Outside of that, I don't like that angle. This is a better angle. I like that angle.
Pegged on the roof.
Nice.
Out of fucking region. How to do this right here. Fanning. I tagged him.
No, not a trade.
Should be out of bullets.
Yo, Kej on that top floor, though. He's trying to take that top floor advantage. I like that. I like that. Look at that. We're back on the top floor, baby. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there, Jeeb. From here, all right, when after the levering happens or whatever, from here, the levering happens and you decide to go first floor, and I said I would contest top floor, right? That's what I said. I said, like, I would climb the ladder, I'd go up the elevator. How much time passed between here and when Kej dies? Would you say it's like a minute or two? Because you cut it. Like, you're sitting here chilling for a little bit, and then you cut over to when Kej dies. About a minute. And that's kind of what I was saying. I just want to use this as an example, guys. There's always, in a lot of situations, there's always things you can do to progress the fight. And then there's ways, and then in general, a lot of people end up waiting for the other person to progress the fight, or they don't understand how to progress the fight to where there's conflict, right? And generally speaking, if you always go for the advantage in a situation, it will create conflict because the opponent does not want you to get that advantage most of the time. If the opponent has no idea what they're doing, then you can just get the advantage and kill them, right? But if they do know what the advantage is and they go for the advantage, you going for the advantage as well would create conflict. Right here, I say the advantage is top floor, and they took advantage back, so you want to take it from them, right? And then you go bottom floor, and then you wait around for like, you know, it's probably close to like 2 minutes because we watched like 30 some odd seconds, and then you said it was about a minute from them climbing up, and then you eventually get the idea to go to top floor, and then the conflict happens, and then the fight progresses. Do you see what I'm saying? So it was kind of like you wasted a couple minutes trying to figure out what to do, and then you found out what to do, and then it created the conflict. So I'm just saying, a lot of times people will have fights where they sit there and they're like, this fight took 45 minutes because no one was doing anything. And it's like, there's ways to do things
Welcome
to where
home,
fights don't
Double
last
Jeremy.
45 minutes. Very rarely do fights need to last 45 minutes. So I'd recommend paying attention to things that give you advantage in fights. Find out positions you feel strong in, and then always try to take that position in a fight. And you'll see that not only will you get more kills because you're playing from an advantageous spot, but you'll also be done with fights a lot faster.
With the Santa.
But anyhow, let's go over here. Kaj dies.
Should be out of bullets.
Double Jeremy, thank you for the 9 months. Keeping the dream alive, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Gets res.
Sorry?
Oh. That's nasty. That hurts. Everything we've heard doesn't show that it one-shots you at 125, so I'll play with you peeking that. At 125. Give up height advantage to go to the bottom floor to get a heal. Okay, that might be worth. That might be worth. Pick up some utility, try to. That might be worth giving up the advantage. Oh, I just see you have a frag. You've had this frag for a long time, man. Was something, G, I would say for you to work on is using your utility more efficiently. You've had a frag this entire time. You have a frag here. After you get this res and you heal the fire, I prime that frag, man. I prime that frag 100% of the time and throw it up there. They either have to jump off or guess where you're going to throw it to not die.
Sorry?
So right about after this heal, you kind of know they're right there. I start priming. I switch over to the frag. I start priming. And I probably throw on that right side because there's been a lot of peaks here, so they're probably focused on this. Now, if they are over here, then you 100% can't reach them if you peek that right side. But we do know one's kind of like over this direction. So I would recommend priming that frag and peeking right, but peeking left would still be fine. But I would start priming now.
I need to go down. I have no heals.
But then you decide to go down. Like I said, this is fine. I probably would have done this after the frag if the frag didn't kill anyone. If you threw the frag, it doesn't kill anyone, this is probably the better way to do it. Your teammate, Kaj, says that he doesn't have any heals.
On north wall?
So you gotta recoup.
There's ammo boxes. Let's see.
Yep. Did you guys see where I was going for the pause? You know when we, at the very beginning of this fight, guys, where we saw the 4 people and I said it's better to shoot at the first, the number 1 instead of the number 4, where a lot of people in chat said number 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and I said number 1. It's because of how easy that angle is for the top side. The top side has the advantage here, and that should happen most of the time on this angle. Like if this angle decides to try to shoot at the top, like this, the top has advantage here. Like for this entire angle, all the way over. The only time they don't, and I think this is the best way to try to approach this situation if you're over here, is these boxes over here you can crouch on top of, and this little right here you can peek your head over and shoot real quick, right? Whose play footage are we watching? This is Jeeb. This is Jeeb in chat. But it doesn't matter because we're going to be going over quite a few people's. But this is Jeeb in chat. But right here, you can peek over this, and it gives you a pretty good angle to contest the people on the top. But like peeking this wall, I have died so many times peeking this wall. I've died so many times peeking the wall on the left. You can get fragged. And then after you or a teammate dies on this angle, right? It is really easy for this team to apply pressure from this vantage point. Because like one person's down, they have the top angle. They can throw frags, they can throw consumables, whatever, over this and reach this area. Plus, as soon as they know they have the advantage, they can just jump off here and make their way across that landing over and get to you super quick. So like this angle just sucks in general. I try to never contest this angle if the people are on roofs. Unless I have like Mosin Spitzer. If I have Mosin Spitzer, it might be worth. But outside of that, it is a horrible angle. With shotgun, I push that. Oof. So this is just me playing aggressive. You don't have to push here. But we hear footsteps kind of on the right side. Jeeb does. But you've hit them once, right? So there's a good chance, now that you can't see them, that they went to heal or something like that. And then right after this, see, you hear that, if you guys heard that, there's like footsteps on the wood on the right side, right? If you hear that. And I 100% whip out my shotgun and cross this, right? It's semi-risky. It's semi-risky to do that. I fully admit. But you have a shotgun, it gets you in close, and they might not be expecting hard aggression across this right now. And it keeps the fight moving, and it lets you use your shotgun in the territory that it wants to be used in. So far, you've been using the entire fight with your Spitfire. You haven't really been using your shotgun at all. And it's because moments like this, if I have a shotgun, I push this shit. It doesn't matter my health. I could have a 50 bar. I push this because I want to get into that close range shotgun because that's my main weapon. So I push this. If you're looking to see if they're over here, I heard them on wood, which means they're generally over here. If you don't recognize that they're on wood, you might think they come around here or something, but you have very little time to be proactive here. And I 100% switch to shotgun and go. Now, you don't have to. You don't have to. Like I said, that's something where you have to be like very on the nose. It's very tight timing because that person's going to heal and then re-peak generally, or they might come down, help their buddy and be in a 2v1. Like, you got to be very fast at this point. And not a lot of people are going to think that fast in this scenario and be like, yeah, I want to push. So staying back and not pushing is fine. But I think pushing here, especially with a shotgun and one bullet, is optimal. But you've given up your window now. And they're right there.
I feel we are dead here, Jeebers.
Oh, the frag comes out. Push it. Push it. Push it. Let's go. That's right. That's my boy. Only took half a year. You created an opening for yourself, though. They could only be on the left side once you threw that frag.
Yeah.
So it was a good secondary chance to push. I would have pushed initially, but that was a good secondary chance to push. See how annoying it is, though, Jeeb, that they have top advantage? Like, it's so annoying. That's why you go for it. That's why you go for it. As soon as you see someone has top, you're like, all right, it's me or you, dude. It's me or you. That's a risky little path there. I would have been a little bit more quiet across that. They're choking, but
he's not one bar.
Cal is funny at times. I hope so, but don't know if we accomplish it. Nice! Dude, the elevator push. I said the elevator. I would have taken the elevator or that ladder, right? I said that at like the 5-minute mark or something. Elevator push, baby. That's it. That's the way. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh my fucking God, GG's.
Nice job, man. Nice job. So that is a very balls to the walls push, and it should end in failure, right? It was a rough lever, but it worked exactly. This should end in failure at this point, depending on what the opponents do, but right here. This should end in failure right here. They both had a rough time there. Both the opponents. Really rough time, gotta say. Did not go in their favor. And then this guy you were peppering, and even if you're not killing, you do aim punch him. So it makes it really hard for this guy to hit you. But that person behind, 100%, should be putting way more pressure on you. Like, they should 100% be running over to come and shoot you, not keep fucking
Nice.
around with Kaj over here. See what I'm saying? Like, they fucked up on that. Especially since I think they're the only one to hit you, right? When you push. I'm pretty sure that person's the only one to hit you. It wasn't that guy. It kind of sounds like there's more bullets than people. Because there's only 1, 2, right? Sounds like I'm hearing 3 bullets. It's probably your buddy's bullet or something.
Nice. One more.
But yeah, that person definitely didn't hit you, so it was definitely this one that hit you initially. And so she knows you're already hit, and she knows your position, and you have a shotgun. So, like, she should be putting way more pressure on you. She doesn't, and you make her pay the penalty for it. GG's. Overall, pretty good fight. The two main, there's a lot of, like, you know, I maybe would have done blah, blah, blah. There's 2 main scenarios that I think would have changed this fight a lot. One of them is being way more efficient here with, like, your movement.
I'm not sure if he has solo.
Because this person's in the wall at this point, and I would say the firebomb. So, like, this place being efficient with your movement, firebomb, and then when someone has height advantage on you, pressure it right away. Like as soon as that happens, this guy's your main target. It doesn't matter about the other ones. Keep track of where they're at, but that person up top needs to die. Right? You find a way to surprise them. You find a way to, you know, kind of throw them off their game up there. You double push them with Kaj, you know, like with your teammate. Like, you want that guy off that roof. So I think those are the 2 most critical points is 1, you gave up height advantage. And then 2, when someone took height advantage from you, you didn't really try to pressure it that well. And I mean, you could have thrown your frag bomb over here, like little things like that. But you ended up going for the pressure a couple minutes late, and it gets scrappy. It gets scrappy. Jeep, I feel it, man. I feel it. GG's. So if you got some game footage, feel free to throw it up there. It doesn't matter if you win, lose, play exceptionally well, or whatever. I'm sure there's stuff to say about it. The only thing I would mention is don't send in, like, montages.